Good.
Yes, down.
Hello.
Okay.
Cool. Hello, guys. Okay, looks good. Looks empty. Okay, cool. Good morning. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hello. Hola. Sorry, I cannot speak Spanish. You can speak some Spanish, right?
I understand more Spanish. Like
All right, cool. My name's Eddie.
I'm Nathan.
We are from the Korea office of Studytrip.com. I guess this is first live
Yes.
in our Studytrip.com SNS. So we are live in the Instagram and YouTube. So cool, yes. So this is AMA. So if you have any questions about the Korean trips of Studytrip.com, so feel free to leave a comment below. We will answer you right away. And we have a couple of questions and frequently asked questions from before. So with this time, I want you to have good. I want you to have like good time for solve any kind of questions. Before we start our live AMA, I want to say two things first. First thing, since we are from the Korea office, we thank you for your applications to our Youth Korea trip and summer course. First, the summer course is fully booked, and we are welcome you join our trips very soon. It's gonna be July and August. Early July to early August. So thank you once again for future attending our trips. And second thing would be we have another trips coming. A second summer course in Korea, and also not just only in Korea, because Studytrip.com is multi-country trips. So we have offices in the Korea and Japan, the other three like Spain, Taiwan, and England. So you will have like more courses in the future.
We'll get to your questions in just a little bit.
So and also application is very open for many courses, especially for Japan and Korea as well. So Japan has like from even the early April there is many courses will finish like Adventure Japan and also Otaku Japan. I guess let me just double check. Yes. So Adventure Japan will finish April 5th, very soon. And also Youth Japan, as Korea, Youth Japan will finish May 10th. And Traditional Japan and summer course, Otaku Japan, Autumn in Japan as well. So application is very imminent. So I want you to book the courses as soon as possible because the spots are limited, and also we want you to have like more time to preparation. So I want you to contact us at info@studytrip.com very soon. And same to Korea trip as well. We, like I said, we fully booked. However, our second summer course is up in public now. So the early bird will finish this March. So send us application by March, and then you can get early bird promotion, which will be $100 discount, very limited. And I hope you. I guess it's like ending thing. I hope
And you can still get the friend promotion as well if you sign up
Yes.
with a friend.
Yeah.
You can get another $50 off.
Yes, correct. Well said. I
Yes.
almost forgot about
Yes.
it. Yeah. All right. So this live video, once again, from the Korea office of Studytrip.com, we are going to cover some questions from the Instagram and also ones that we have from the 2016, like from long before. So we are going to go through all the questions, frequently asked questions. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in YouTube and other SNS like Instagram. We will answer you right away. Cool. Once again, this is Eddie from Korea office.
And Nathan?
Cool.
Yes.
So for those who not know about what is the study trip, what is the study trip courses? Can you explain a little bit about the study trip programs?
Sure. So if you go to studytrip.com, you'll see the different countries we have study trips in. And in short, the study trips will include language learning. So let's say you come to Korea, you'll study Korean. And then they'll include a variety of activities depending on the trip. So let's say you come on the Youth Korea trip, for example. We have a bunch of different activities specifically focused on the pop culture or the Hallyu culture, which is the Korean wave.
Amazing.
Yes. And also they'll include accommodation. So that of course depends on the trip. But for example, for the Youth Korea trip, we offer the homestay. And some other trips offer different accommodations depending on like when they're offered or who they're targeted at. So we have a bunch of different trips across different countries, and today we'll specifically focus on Korea. And the study trips are like an all-in-one package: your language learning, your accommodation, your activities. And then based on what package you choose, you may have some other benefits. Sometimes we offer a SIM card to you for use in country, or pick up or drop off from the airport, and other benefits depending on the package you choose. So it's really an all-inclusive experience, and they happen all throughout the year, throughout our different countries. So you can of course browse on studytrip.com and see what trips are offered, and there are different themed trips as well. So there should be something for just about everybody.
Right.
And specifically for Korea, that's what we'll focus on today. But you can see the other countries that we have trips in on studytrip.com, and our team is more than happy to consult you on what trip would be best for you. And you can email us anytime, info@studytrip.com. And our friendly staff is more than happy to help you.
Yeah. For Korea, we have like main 3 trips. First, we have summer course for the adults normally in summer. And we have a summer course in summer for adults. Youth.
Yes.
Summer course.
Yes.
And we have autumn course.
Yes.
So we have main 3 course. And actually 4, we have spring course.
Yes.
Spring course, which will be, done in April. The cherry blossom season, which will be amazing. So I want you to keep eye on our, studytrip.com page. For Korea trips in Korea page, of course, in Japan trips in Japan and other cities as well. So in short, the Studytrip.com programs is someone who been here or first time in Korea or in Japan, in other cities, in other countries. That is one package. So it's including everything: the study and activities and accommodation. So you can just book it, and then you can just come, pack your stuff, and just come. So that's the beauty of our courses, and I hope you take advantage of it, and then you tasting the country, the course, the language, and then if you like it, you can come longer period. It's totally up to you. So our program is good for those who are interested in the country itself.
And don't worry if you've never traveled before outside of your home country or even outside of your own, if you're like in the US or Canada, like your own province or your own state, We've had people that have never traveled before attend our trips.
Like 50% of our former students never been even outside of their country.
Right.
Yeah. So we are happy to support them.
Right.
We will, guide the activity places as well. So it's very good.
Yes. So maybe we can jump into some questions now.
Yes, please. There's one question actually.
Yeah, I wrote it down. So we'll get to it. We'll let the chat keep going. So the question that we get asked a lot is your flight included? The flight is not included in the package prices you see on our website, unless for some odd reason it's included for a specific trip. But you can, by far, just assume it's not included in the trip cost. So you, even with the packages, you see like exactly what is listed in terms of like activities, and also on each page should be what's included: your language learning, your activities, your accommodation. So it's really hard to guess like what a flight will cost depending on the time of year, where you're flying from. So that'll be your responsibility to book your flight according to the dates that we request for the trip. And we have that on each trip page, so you can see when you should arrive, and what time and what date, and then when you should depart the country that you're studying in. And who can attend the study trip is another big question. Pretty much it's open to everybody. Certain countries have of course certain immigration requirements for, like, say, a visa. A lot of people can get visa-free entry for Korea specifically. There's a lot of countries, and if you're from South Africa, yes, you can do the ones in Korea, and you get visa-free entry into Korea for like 90 days, so it's no problem. But of course, check with the specific trip you want to go on, say for Japan, or if you want to go to the UK or Korea. We can of course let you know. You can also find that online, but if you need further assistance or you have a special situation, just let us know and we can help you out. Or if you're able to acquire your own like tourist or visitor visa, if you need one, then you're more than welcome to come.
Right.
Yeah, so someone had a question that I have a question at the moment that they pay. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but when you sign up for the study trip, you can first, of course, pay the application deposit fee, which is, at least for our trips, it's $200 US. And then the other locations may have a different fee. But after you pay that, then we'll contact you and say thanks for applying. And then for the rest of the fees, you can pay a couple different ways. For Korea, we accept PayPal, we accept bank wire transfer, or you can pay via Stripe, which is another way to pay with a credit card. So you can pay different ways, and we'll of course ask you which is the best way to pay for you. And then you need to pay all the fees by the deadline. A lot of people ask, can I pay in like little amounts like each month? We don't really recommend doing that because there's fees every time you use these services to pay. There's going to be a fee for a bank wire transfer. PayPal charges a fee. Stripe may charge a fee as well. So we recommend you pay all the fees at once. But if you do need some special arrangement, just let us know. And also about the study trips in regards to who can attend, let's talk about like age restrictions. So we'll talk specifically about Korea, but of course you can see them online as well on studytrip.com. For Youth Korea, we accept people that are ages 14 to 17 years old. And for the rest of our study trips, you have to be 18 years old or older. So you have to be a legal adult, at least that's the age in a lot of countries. And it's not by like your Korean age, it's your age based on your passport date. So you need to be 18 for the autumn course, the spring course, and the summer courses. And then for Youth Korea, you should be between 14 and 17 years old. Hello, everybody that just joined. And let's see,
for the others,
yes,
is over 18 years old.
Yeah.
But many people, some people ask, like, is there some limit? We don't have limits for like a part.
You can be 18, you can be 18.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Yeah. So before last year, two years ago, last year we have somebody who like mid 50s. So it's totally fine to come even later, if you are bored, but you never been here, but you want to come, don't worry, just like ask us so we can help you to go through all the things very smooth.
Yeah, and also the class itself will have people from all different ages and all different countries. So don't worry about your age necessarily.
Mhm.
You can again, you can come if you're 18 or 85. It doesn't matter. We will still welcome you.
Right.
And let's see. People ask if the trips are every year. Yes, we do offer the trips every year. Granted, the dates may change a little bit, or the activities may change a little bit depending on what's available. But in general, yes, the trips are offered every year. So if you just stay tuned to studytrip.com, you can see all the updated information, and that's the best place to check. We get asked, probably the most frequently asked is the flight included? And are the trips every year, and about age? Right. So these get asked like almost every day. Every live show that we do, they get asked, and we do keep the live shows posted on our social media. So if you had a question, we recommend, of course, watching the previous live streams and also paying attention to studytrip.com as much as possible, because the information there is the place where it's updated the most.
Right. Otherwise, email us.
Yes. Otherwise, you can of course contact us.
Yeah. We are here to help you guys.
And so I saw a question earlier about how long the courses are, and that depends on the trip. But for Korea specifically, they're between 2 to 3 weeks long. I know in Japan they have some that are longer, like 3 to 4 weeks long. So you just need to check the specific country and trip that you want to attend to check the specific length. And for instance, in Korea, they normally run like Sunday to Sunday, but it of course could be different for the trip that you're interested in.
And a little bit like different for our second summer course. Unlike before, you can choose either 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. That's the good things about our second summer course. So check out our homepage, and you can choose either 2 weeks or 3 weeks based on your plan.
Right. Some trips don't have a choice. Some trips are fixed as either 2, 3, 4 week, whatever the length is. And for us, this is something new for the choosing the length of the study trip you want. So if you want something longer, then of course you can choose the additional week. Right. There is a cost associated with that, which we will show you on studytrip.com. And when you go through the application process, you can also see the fee. So you should know upfront what you need to pay, plus the flight.
And for Korea, we want to have like more options for you guys, not just only for the weeks, like the length, but also, for the months. So that's why, we try something new in summer course, and also we try like spring course and autumn course. So it's totally up to you guys. If you want to, don't suggest us. Mm-hmm. If you like this month to be your plan, then we can go through all the things, and then if we also like agreed on the course, then why not? We can make a new one, and then we can accommodate you. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, ask us, anything, like this, like live stream.
Mm-hmm. Another question that we get a lot is how much spending money you should bring, mm-hmm. or you may say like pocket money or money for souvenirs or something. That'll kind of depend on which trip you go on and which country, but for Korea specifically, for the Youth Korea trip, your meals are actually included. So if you want to have money for like a snack outside of mealtime or buying souvenirs, then of course you can bring money for that. For the other courses that we offer, you'll need to provide money for most of your meals and public transportation and things like that, souvenir shopping. So we can help you kind of budget for that. It's better if you ask us specifically, so we can get an idea of maybe what you need to spend money on, and especially for what trip you go on. So if you have questions about that, then of course email us or message us. We can help you budget appropriately. It's easier, at least for the Youth Korea trip, to give a ballpark number because your meals are included. But if you are going on one of the other trips, and of course it'll depend on what you want to eat. If you want to eat like prime rib every meal, then that'll be more expensive. But if you can get away with eating the local food and maybe not buying too many souvenirs, then it of course will be cheaper.
Totally it's up to you.
Yeah,
that's why we have like a silver plan, gold plan, like gold plan. Based on your budget and plan, you can choose. And also to check out the price in Korea, you can also check our SNS like YouTube channel from Bobo Hanguk, which we are we are working for. So Bobo Hanguk has like all the like prices, information, short version, long version. You can check that out. And of course, there are YouTube like many sources that you can find.
Yeah.
So don't hesitate, or just ask us. Hello. Hey. Hello. Sorry for I'm watching like here and there, so because we have like two cameras. So sorry for not watching you directly. So understand it. And also we have live video. We have live on YouTube channel. So if you miss it from the Instagram because Instagram stays only 24 hours. So if the video's gone, don't just like look into our YouTube channel, and if your friends want to see this, then you can just share and subscribe our Studytrip.com YouTube channel, which will have tons of like videos, and we will upload more and more. So keep in touch, man. Keep in touch.
Yeah. So another question is the accommodation near the school that you take classes in. Of course, that's dependent on the trip, but for specifically Korea, if you stay like in a mini studio, then they're pretty much walking distance to school. If you stay in a homestay, then there may be like 20 to 30 minutes ride on public transportation. So again, up to you which one you choose. If you are going on one of the courses that give you a choice, some of the trips don't give you a choice. They have a pre-arranged accommodation. Is the YouTube video? Oh, is a YouTube channel also called Studytrip? Yes. If you search for Studytrip, you'll find our YouTube channel.
Right.
And we have
this mark.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a paper airplane.
Right.
That's fine. So
that is us.
Yeah, that's us. And there's a bunch of other short videos there that detail more about our activities and also some interviews with former students.
Right.
So it's a great place to just get a summary of what you could experience on a study trip. And I know the team's uploading more content these days, so you should have a pretty good idea of what to expect on the study trip. And hopefully that can make the decision on which one you choose easier for you, because we do have a lot.
Recently, we launched the YouTube channel, so there wouldn't be many subscribers. So I want you to
please subscribe.
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm watching you. It's helpful anyway. Doesn't matter you come like this year or next year.
Right.
It's showing you like how our activity going. Like the interviews from previous students. So you will see.
And as we said, the trips are offered every year. So if you don't get the chance to go on a trip this year or next year or year after, then don't worry, we'll still be around. You can still, of course, enjoy a study trip in our different countries, and maybe we'll have even more countries when you make the decision to sign up. So as we said earlier, if you stay tuned to our social media, if you stay tuned to Studytrip.com, then of course you can see the most updated information for choosing your study trip.
Right. Once again, this is Eddie, Korea office.
Yeah, and Nathan.
Studytrip.com.
Yes.
It's 10 a.m. Monday morning. How much your time?
Yeah.
We pumped up from the Monday morning, so I need coffee.
I left my coffee on my desk, so I have water. Later, we'll do coffee.
Nice. If you like this video, we will do more often, and we can cover many things from the live video. Of course, it's dropped. Yeah, we are live person. We will help you. We are not scam here.
Yeah. We're not robots. We're not AI. Right. So we are real people that live in Korea, and
helping people a long time.
Of course, the people that are on the team in Japan are also in Japan. They've helped a lot of people. So don't worry, we are here to help.
So like I said, like Lathan said, we are from Korea, but we have staff in Japan, in Spain, in Taiwan, in England. So you will get like the same quality of services all over the world, right? Soon, I hope. For now, we have like 5 countries, right?
And yeah, keep leaving your comments on Instagram or YouTube. We'll be more than happy to answer them right now, since you have us on the live stream. And if not, then of course you can message us or put a comment on the YouTube videos, or send us a message on Instagram. If I'm going to the summer course in Japan and I'm staying in a homestay, how far would I be from the school? The team in Japan can of course give you an answer about that. You're probably already communicating with them if you've applied. So it normally varies. Specifically for us, as I mentioned earlier, it may be 20 to 30 minutes away, but it can depend on like which school you're attending in Japan, and then of course where the family is.
Right.
So I know our team in Japan, they have many schools they partner with, so they probably detail which one you go to on studytrip.com. However, I would double check with them.
Yes, please. Yes,
and
please.
they can tell you maybe a estimate.
It's good to hear to see somebody going to Japan. I'm happy to. We happy to support you, and those questions very easy to answer.
Yes.
So don't hesitate to contact your coordinator.
So yeah,
for in Japan office.
So for the summer course in Japan, it looks like you go to Untitled. So
the famous one.
And then it looks like the dormitory is included in the price, so that might be quite close to the actual school. If they offer different accommodations, then you can ask like how far away they are from the contact.
Yes, please. So for in Korean trip, we have like accommodation options as well. You can choose. So first option would be same as the Japan trip. We have like homestay, and we have mini studio. And if you know somebody of course, in Korea, your friends here or your family member somehow here, then you can also choose like no accommodation. It's totally up to you. So we have like more options for you to make your own plan. So there would be plans for the activities, bronze, silver, gold, and the options for the accommodation, mini studio, homestay, or no accommodation. Of course, Youth Korea is different. They are minors, so they have to be staying in the homestay. However, if you join our autumn course or summer course or spring course, then you will have like options, freedom to choose like many things.
Right. Yeah, if you do decide to do your own accommodation, then just let us know like where you're staying.
Bless you.
Where you're staying, because if let's say you haven't been to Korea before, especially for us, then it's best to choose accommodation maybe near the school or where we're going to be meeting for activities. There's of course a bunch of different options, so it's best to maybe consult with us like, oh, I'm thinking about staying in this neighborhood, or thank you, or I'm thinking about choosing like a Airbnb or hotel, or I'm staying with a friend, because you don't want to be commuting like over an hour to school, for example.
Right.
And that's quite possible in Seoul, depending on where you stay.
Yes.
So
even for me personally, I used to commute like 1.5 hours, which is common in Seoul. Big cities, big city. That's why I moved. Anyway.
Right. I mean, even I also commute now like 40 minutes to the office, so you may want to just check with us and say, hey, I'm thinking about a hotel somewhere. How far would the school be, or will I need to travel a lot for all the activities? So it's best to just consult the team wherever you're studying on your own accommodations, if that's what you choose. Do the people get to pick where they want to take a trip at? If you're asking about the activities like on the study trip, then those are prearranged. Of course, there may be free time where you can do what you want, and outside of class or not on the activity schedule, then of course you can go explore the city, or do what you want, go shopping and things like that. Otherwise, once you sign up for the study trip, then you of course can enjoy all the activities that are part of the package you choose. And you can do anything, of course, you want outside of those.
So basically, for Korea's summer course for adults have like 3 weeks course or 2 weeks course. So you can choose the activities, and also it's not like every day. So if you want to have your free time for some souvenir or meeting your friends in Korea, then totally fine. Even going to like Busan or other cities, totally fine. But Youth Korea, we have like everyday courses. So you don't really have like freedom, but and when you get to the like home, there would be like homestay families. So I heard they hang around like many times. Even
and if you sign up for a package and you decide, well, I'm sick or I can't go on an activity, that's fine.
Totally fine. Just let us know. And we communicate Kakao in Seoul, in Korea. So it's very instant. And if you have any even problems, or if you have problem with like lost like your wallet, then feel free to ask us. So don't hesitate. It's very good. And also, if you choose like a gold plan, then we will give you the SIM card as well with the big sticks in it. So
and right now for Korea, we're glad to hear you'd like to come to Korea. Right now, the autumn course is almost open. We'll open it very soon. And the summer course, August, is open for applications still with the early bird.
Until March 31st.
Yeah, until the end of March. So there are 2 upcoming trips for applications for Korea, and then the summer we'll have youth and summer course in July.
Right. And also, since we mentioned the promotion, and Nathan already informed you in the beginning, we have friends promotion, not just in Korea, but also in Japan, in other cities as well. So if you bring your friends or family, we have sisters coming, we have mother and daughter coming together before, so they will have an extra promotion discount. So for us, we have like $50 a discount for each of you, not just only one person, but each of you. So you come with your family members, doesn't matter 2 or 3 or 4, each of them will have the promotion discounted, and also you will have the early bird promotion. So take advantage of it. Why not?
Is there a limit to how many? Yeah, so we do have a limit for how many people can attend. So
that's why the spaces are very, and each course is fully booked.
So the spaces are limited. So if you do want to attend, then we recommend you first apply, and 2, you pay at least the application deposit fee. Because we have people that apply and then do nothing for like months, and then they say, oh, now can I pay the app fee? And say, well, sorry, the trip's full. So, or I'm ready to pay everything, and unfortunately we have to tell them that the trip may be full. So yes, it is first come, first serve. You need to apply and pay as quickly as possible.
But paying at least the application fee to secure the spot.
Yes,
that's fine.
Yeah. So yes, the spaces are limited, and yes, it is first come, first serve. And we will let you know when the trip is fully booked. Of course, on studytrip.com, the applications will close. So even though the deadline may be months away, we really recommend you apply and at least pay the application fee as soon as you can.
Right. And also, like for example, if you know us, but if you cannot make it this year, then we have a priority list on our closed programs. So join it, and then you can, we will let you know in advance for next year. We will let you know, you guys are like priority list, so we'll give you some kind of more promotions, more discounts, something like that. So I want you to at least keep in touch with us from now, even for the next year, or even for 2020, which is next year, 2021. Yeah.
And if once you apply, then we'll start communicating with you directly, and you can just simply reply to our emails. You don't necessarily have to submit the contact form again, unless for some other reason you forget the email address for us. But just make sure that you respond promptly, because a lot of times we'll have to ask some questions to you. You'll have to submit other information even after the application form. So it's very important that you reply in a timely fashion in order for us to get, first of all, information from you, and for you to receive information from us. So Of course, closer to the deadline, we'll send you a lot more other information, like specifically the schedule and things like that. Yeah, or your accommodation confirmation, if you have the airport pickup and drop off, confirmation for the airport pickup, and important contact numbers. So it's very important that you check your email and also check your spam and your junk, because just in case, there's a lot of people that contact us. So even if we email you directly, it may just go to your spam, because we email hundreds of emails a day. So to many people all across the world. So be sure to add us to your contact list, add us to your saved sender, saved receiver list, so that you can get our emails to your inbox and not to your spam or your junk or your promotions box or anything like that. Because there'll be people that say, oh, I didn't see your email, it was in my spam for 5 months. And it's like, well, now it's too late, sorry. Like we try our best to contact you directly. And
in that sense, just make sure whenever you send your email address, feel free to double check if the like L is I, like number.
Yeah, some people write their email address incorrectly.
Yeah.
Some people write their name incorrectly, their gender incorrectly, their other information. So to clarify, we got a question. To clarify the application process, you will apply, you'll pay the application fee, then you'll be contacted by the Studytrip team on how you'll pay the rest. So the fee may be, let's just say for Youth Korea, the fee is $2,950. First, you'll pay $200 application fee when you apply. Then after that, we'll ask you how you'd like to pay the rest. And of course, the deadline is May 31st for that. But there are, of course, different deadlines for different trips. So the first thing you'll need to do, of course, visit studytrip.com and choose your trip. Second, choose your package and apply. Third, pay the application fee, and then we'll follow up with you from there for the rest of the money. And once you pay all the money, then you're confirmed, you're good to go. Of course, send us your flight information. Be sure to reply to us when we ask you questions. And don't worry about if you ask us 100 questions, we'll still, of course, answer every single one for you to make sure that you're good to go.
Right. I hope we explained well enough to answer your questions.
Yes. Or if you still have questions about the application process, then of course email us info@studytrip.com.
Right.
Or you can of course message us on various social media platforms.
Right.
And we'll get back to you. Leave a comment on YouTube, or you can send us a message through Instagram, anything like that. Cool. And many of you again ask regarding the money, can I pay in multiple payments? Generally, we advise you don't do that. But if you need some special arrangement made, then of course ask the team, maybe they can help you out. Otherwise, we recommend paying in one payment. Can people make reservations for an upcoming course? So if you see a course that doesn't have the application open yet, there'll be like a priority list or a wait list or something to that effect.
Right.
And then we know to contact you immediately when the course opens. But there's not like a reservation list where you say, okay, I want to put my name on 3 different trips. You just need to apply when the application is open. And if you want to be notified when the application opens as quickly as possible, then sign up for the priority wait list.
Or like subscribe our SNS.
Yeah, or on our SNS. Our social media services will, of course, post when trips open as well. Or when they're done, yes, or when they're full. So if you are interested in a trip that maybe you can't come on this year, but want to come in 2 years or even next year, just let us know so we can notify you as quickly as possible. Because as we said, first come, first serve, only limited spots available. Unfortunately, we can't host everyone at the same time.
Right.
So yes, pay attention to studytrip.com and our social media and sign up for the wait lists, the priority list if you'd like.
And also another thing from Korea, another thing from Korea is that if you are doing our adult course, and then if you want to stay like longer, like after or before our course, it's also fine. But of course, there will be based on your plan, there would be extra cost. Like for example, I want to stay like 1 week more after the course. I want to study more. Then feel free to ask us. We can also arrange it. However, the summertime is very busy, so I want you to contact us faster. so that you can study or you can live, you can stay basically the way you want.
And yeah, as Eddie said, if you decide to study longer, then notify us as soon as possible, especially during the summer. And let's say you are really enjoying your time at the course and you're like, oh, I'd like to just stay an extra week. Then it may be possible, but during the summer, it can be very challenging. So if you're even thinking about it, like in the back of your head, then you might as well let us know as soon as possible so we can at least ask the question about enrolling you for longer. Thank you very much for joining us on YouTube and Instagram, and we'll be sure to answer more of your questions about Korea specifically, and if we can direct you for the other trips, then we'll do so as well.
Right.
And so after I pay the application, they're going to contact me. Yes, once we receive your application form, then the team will be in contact with you. It sounds like you haven't signed up yet or haven't paid the application fee yet, so yes, please sign up as soon as possible and pay your application fee so the team can take you through the next steps. And keep asking us questions if you'd like.
Yes. So I want to speak a little bit more about the daily life when you join our study trip. So first thing first, you are going to study in the morning for Korea course. You are going to study in the morning from the 9 to 12:15, and then someday there would be some activities with us, or you will have a free time to do whatever you want. You can go to shopping. You can be like other person in Korea, and then the accommodation, like I said, the accommodation already is arranged. So the full package is like ready for you. So in the morning it's gonna be study. In the afternoon or during the nighttime would be the activity, and then the accommodation that we arrange it for you based on your option. So 3 packages all in together. So just like you can just pack your stuff and then come to Korea. Very easy.
And someone had asked about like what's the first day of class like. Basically, it'll be kind of an orientation. You may not do actually you may not actually start the class the first day. At least for the Korea trips, you'll take a placement test.
For sure.
And you'll then do the orientation for the school. And the school also gives you an activity in the afternoon, normally the first day. They'll give you a little tour of the neighborhood.
So, and also we are going to do orientation.
Yes, and also we'll have our own orientation specifically for the study trip.
Right.
So the first day is going to be pretty laid back, besides maybe the placement test. And then after that, you'll go to your class and you'll start learning. And of course, you'll be broken up depending on your placement test results. So if you place very high, then of course you'll be in a more advanced class. It doesn't matter if you study Korean or not. You can start from the very beginning.
Right. So basically, like Nathan said, you will have a level test on the first day. So totally fine from the scratch. And also, if you have a certain level, then you will be assigned to the level. So it's best like a course for you to have test done and then join the course for 2 or 3 weeks to improve your skills or learn basic. I believe for 1 or 2 weeks you can read the Hangul, the basic Korean alphabet. Of course, you are not going to understand what that means. However, you can read it and then you can study later on by yourself, or you come to us a longer period, which will be helping totally fine. So.
And so you're going to be studying, at least for the Korean courses, you're studying in a language academy that's in downtown Seoul in a big high-rise building.
Gangnam area.
So you'll be inside a classroom. It'll be air conditioned, don't worry, or it'll be heated if it's cold. So I guess some people may take those things for granted, but yes, you'll be inside in a climate-controlled room studying with other people from all over the world. So if you want to know specifically about the school that we partner with here in Korea, then you can visit GoGo Hanguk's social media and search Lexus Korea. And we've done a bunch of videos with them. And then, of course, on both our website and studytrip.com, we have a short little description about the school too. So yes, you'll be out of the elements for studying your Korean language course. But the activities may be outside. Some of the activities we do may be outside.
Yeah, 50 to 50,
yeah, so plan accordingly for the weather. It's hot and humid in Korea during the summer, and the autumn is great. It's cool and sunny, and the spring also same. It'll be a little warm and sunny, but maybe not as hot as the summer.
Another question. What's your longest course? So for currently Korean course has 3 weeks would be the longest course, but for Japan we have 4 weeks long courses. Of course, it's up to you. You can choose either 3 weeks or 4 weeks for the summer course. So 3 weeks for Korea, 4 weeks for Japan. But like I said, the Korea course you can stay longer, or you can stay longer before or after. So don't worry. Ask us, just ask us.
So yeah, many people decide later that, oh, I want to extend, but as we said, it can really depend on the time of year if it's busy or not. So I think many people decide that to do the longer courses as well because they want to take advantage of the time they have, right? Or they want to take advantage of having the opportunity to being on a experience that's all in one package. So it's completely up to you which one you choose, which plan you choose. Of course, there's bronze and silver and gold depending on the trips. So you can check out studytrip.com for that.
Right.
So we have maybe 10 more minutes left. So
10 minutes.
Be sure to ask your questions or post your comments. We'll be more than happy to address them right now, live in Korea.
From Korea office, 10:48 now, Monday morning. Yes, Monday morning.
So thank you for joining us. If it's really early in your country, or really late, if it's 2 a.m. or if it's even late at night, 10 p.m. Thanks for hanging out.
Like we said, YouTube video will stay in our Studytrip.com YouTube channel. So Instagram video will go on later after the 24 hours. However, join, subscribe our YouTube channel, Studytrip.com,
and follow us on Instagram.
Yes, please. Yes, please. We will give you like a fantastic pictures, what we have done, like stories, especially from currently we have the courses ongoing in Japan. So you will see like what they are doing basically. A couple of days ago we do the like typo, things. So learning and the music, like traditional music performances. So you will literally do typo, right? Drums, basically, right? So you will see, oh, this is ongoing,
And if you want to do things like that are more traditional, or if you want to do things that are more modern or historical or culinary, then I think we have a good mix of all those things in the trips. And of course, you can find a trip that's best for you. And then also with the language. So if you want to focus more on that, then like we have the JLPT course in Japan. If you want to do that proficiency test, if you want to study really hard, or if you want to have just more enjoyable time doing activities, and of course you can do that too. You can choose your package and choose your trip.
Right.
It sounds like we have people that may not speak English as a first or second, third language. So as we said earlier, please contact us at info@studytrip.com and we can provide support in many languages, not just English. So apologize that we're speaking English right now and only English, but we can support many other languages too. So don't worry. Do we help with transportation? If you're talking about on the trip, then yes, we'll of course tell you like where to meet and how to use public transportation, airport pickup or drop off if you need it, and things like that. If you need help planning a flight, then that's kind of up to you. We can, of course, maybe say like what airport to fly into. Like for Korea, you should fly into Incheon, you should fly into Gimpo. For Seoul, but if you go to on another trip, then just ask the team where to fly into and what date and time to arrive. And because these days you can use the internet to book on like a bajillion different websites. You can, of course, compare prices there. So book what works best for you, and just make sure to arrive and depart on the days that we tell you.
Right. And also, we have heard a lot of time from our previous students there, like the subways is like public transportation in Seoul are very easy to use, and you can with the like T-Money card, which we will give it to you. With the T-Money card, you can use like bus, subway, very easily. And also, we also recommend you to use some like applications with your phone, so you can use like with the things very easily. And also, like Nathan said, we are going to have like a meeting plan, meeting point, and what time and where you get there, and then we will guide you to the like activity place together, so you don't have like lost in the middle of nowhere. So you can just trust us and join our trips.
If you have any other questions or comments or concerns about the study trip, we have a little bit more time left. We are happy to answer those for you. And let's see, thanks for joining us. New people.
And somehow, if the YouTube channel, because sometimes before YouTube channel didn't show us the like live chat. So if we miss any questions from the YouTube, sorry for miss the questions. However, we will get back to you even later if we can, of course. But if you cannot, if we didn't answer your questions, or later on, if you I should ask this, then just ask us at info@studytrip.com. Cool. So maybe at last, as a reminder, we are from the Korea office. So we will have the second summer course with the early bird promotion by booking March 31st of this year. And also we will be open our autumn course very soon, which will be the end of the September or between end of December or early middle of the October, which will be amazing. But same as other trips, the spots are limited, even the early bird promotion and other stuff, other courses. So feel free to ask us right away if you are interested in, so that you can secure your spot, to secure your spot. Or if you can make this year, then join us our priority list, so that you can get the up-to-date information through our mail or SMS. And don't forget to check out our Japanese trip, which will be soon be booked, fully booked. So we have like courses in the whole through years, but you need to apply for it. Like we have like application closed early April, early May. So check that out. Check your best month to come to Japan or Korea or the other countries and apply for.
There's one last question before we head out. Is there a limit to how much we should carry in our bags? I mean,
there will be a limit.
Well, it's probably limited by your airline, not by us. Like, of course, you can bring what you need, your clothes, your toiletries, and things like that. But if you don't want to pay for baggage when you fly, then check with your airline.
I mean, like we said at first, most frequently asked was like if the fee, including the flyer fares, it's not. So it's totally up to you which airline you use or how to pay. Like you have like the mileage, then of course you can use the mileage for your safe.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to bring like 3 suitcases, that's fine. Just be aware of maybe the size of the accommodations. And also, if you're staying with like a home stay, then just be, of course, courteous to them as well, since you're going to be sharing their home. With the mini studio, the accommodations are on the smaller side, so we recommend packing efficiently, but of course, you can bring what you want.
it's only 2 or 3 weeks, so I
Yeah.
don't worry that much.
Yeah.
Having like a many stuff. It's more likely how many souvenir you are going to buy from
Right.
Korea. So
Yeah.
that's always
Some
question
people
mark.
bring an empty suitcase or buy a suitcase or anything like that. More than welcome to do.
Yes.
If you want to bring back a lot of souvenirs, and if you want to,
I hope so. Actually,
Yeah.
I hope so. You know,
if you want to ask us more questions about that, then
of course, feel free, because I have seen many people like pack a lot of things like cosmetic things and like
Clothes.
electronic devices. So I'm happy to see those kind of things, you know, and snacks.
yeah, snacks. If you want to do anything like that, then feel free. Shop till you drop, or until you run out of money. But keep money for food.
For sure, for sure.
All right, we're almost at an hour, so I think we'll wrap up soon.
Once again, thanks for joining our live chat, live show. You know, this is for not only like focused on our Korea trips, but also tons of things in our SNS for like Japan trip, Spain, or like other countries trip. So subscribe to our SNS, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and we are happy to support you from our like designated like teams in over the world. And thank you for registering. Thank you for applying for our Studytrip for Youth Korea. And the summer course is fully booked. We are here to help you for those trips.
And if you're one of those people that have applied to our trips and maybe you've been receiving emails from me, again, please check your spam and junk,
Yes, please.
just in case the emails are going there. Often it's some time-sensitive questions, especially with the deadline coming up in about 2 months. So please do reply if you can, and if you need a reminder, then I'll try to email you again. And same thing for other trips. As we said earlier, it's important to check your email often and, of course, reply in a timely fashion.
Cool. It's Monday morning from Korea. 10
Monday morning, almost 11 o'clock.
10:59. All right.
So
yes, that's it.
that's about it.
Thanks for joining once again.
Thank you very much.
Keep in touch. 안녕. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Instagram. Oh. Okay. I'm sure